This video is going to be a direct response to last SuperRebel video on the MARVEL Avengers game. If you haven't watched it, I do encourage you to do so, because in this video I'm going to expand on what SuperRebel says on his video. Hello there, my name is Ocandersis. Welcome to my channel. If you're here only for this video, please do not subscribe on the base of this video alone. I just want to express my opinion on this matter. As SuperRebel says at the end of his video, as a content creator, I felt the need to do this, and I want to send him my thanks because his video inspired this one. Also, side note, I am Italian and I butcher a lot of English words, so sorry in advance for that if it's something that can hurt your soul. Now, in case you're not up to date with the news, in the last few days, the MARVEL Avengers game has suffered a lot of bad talking from a lot of big YouTubers, with most of them bringing valid points to their tables. SuperRebel instead made a different video defending the game and calling out in particular two guys. Now, they are not the only ones who criticize the game, of course. There is a lot of negativity going on at the moment, and the majority of it revolves around the optional paid content that the game offers in form of the hero battle passes and, of course, the in-game store, where you can purchase hero skins, name tags and other stuff for real-world money. Now, many YouTubers attack this in a very aggressive way, saying that this is mostly a scheme used in free-to-play games, like for example Fortnite, in order to keep funding the game and the people working on it. And it's shameful that a full-price game like MARVEL Avengers has that. This is partially true. Yes, microtransactions have always been a thing in free-to-play games, but there are so many paid games that you buy full price that have microtransaction in them. Big example, quite recent as well, Red Dead Redemption 2 Online. I am talking strictly of the online part, that it's a game on its own and it's totally unrelated to the storyline, to the single player. Red Dead Online is a great example, and it's actually really similar to MARVEL Avengers because it has two currencies in the game: dollars, that are the free currency that you can get through missions, and gold bars, that you can also get through missions and daily quests, but in minimum quantity. Of course, you can buy gold bars with real world money. At the beginning, not now, now it's actually way more relaxed and you have many different ways to earn those gold bars in game without having to reach to your real world wallet. But at the beginning, you needed to grind your ass for something like 8 hours at best to get one gold bar. And there were horses in the game that costed from 30 to 60 gold bars. Yes, you got that right. And as I said, now it's way more accessible, but at the beginning, it was a complete nightmare. And on top of that, the game was full of bugs, glitches, hard crashes, and so on. Again, I am talking of the online part of the game, and YouTubers and streamers went down heavily on that. Maybe you're guessing what kind of point I'm trying to prove here. Well, actually, there's two things. First, full price games with microtransaction in them are a thing. They exist, we have them, because they work. Yes, some of them are more scammy than others, and some of them do things in a shady way, but they work. People pay for skins and accessories with real world money, and if people are willing to pay for something, there will be always somebody who will sell it. It would be just plain stupid not to do so. On this note, MARVEL Avengers is no different, but allow me to say that it does it with transparency. Think about this. They are the ones who decide how many info disclose to the public. The game isn't even out yet, and they already trying to telling us everything that they can to give us clear picture of what the game is like and what the game is going to be. And of course, they are not doing that because they love people or they care about gamers. Sure, that might be the case, but they are doing that primarily because this game is a long-term investment for them. They want this game to succeed. They want people to love it. It would be so easy just to show us nice things for the game, just to put us in the mindset of, this game is amazing, I need to have it, to make an absurd amount of money at launch and then abandon the game for good. Instead, they are putting a lot of effort into tell us that yes, there is going to be the option to spend money on optional content, and yes, there will be an heavy focus on that from what we can already see, but the future heroes, playable characters, updates, entire DLCs are going to be for free if this thing works out for them. So I personally think that's worth something on their side. It gives them some points, at least in my eyes. My second point is, and with this I'm talking directly to who was defending the game blindfolded, is that the bad could bring good. What I mean by that is that all of this ranting from big YouTubers could be positive for the game in the future if Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix choose to listen. Games like Battlefront 2 with their loot boxes scam, and even Red Dead Online that I mentioned before, they corrected themselves because, and only because, the entire community led by those big influencers went down to hammer down on them, and they realized that we didn't like what they were proposing, and because of that they changed it. It worked. But in defense of Marvel Avengers, the game isn't even out yet. And there's already all of this pressure against it. It's unmotivated, really. To quote what SuperRebel said in his video, it becomes an hate train in which people start to jump on board just because other people they know are already there, or just because it's the popular thing to do for now. But now it's too early. Now it will only damage the game and what the game could become in the future. They have great plans for this game for years to come, they said, but it needs to work out for them. The dev team can be passionate as much as they want, but at the end of the day, if the game isn't lucrative enough for the publishers, what do you think is gonna happen? And I'm not saying this because, oh, the devs are good and big companies are evil. No, they need money, they are business, they have bills, employees to pay, and of course they need to make profit. It's just how it works. It's absolutely okay to criticize the game if you personally think there are things not okay with it. And this game has some things that could be better, but it's far, far away from being unplayable like some people say it is. I've seen video of people really go down heavy on things like camera play, motion blur, bugs. Really guys, it's 2020. No big video game release is perfect at launch nowadays. That's why we have patches, thanks God. Most of these people are just following the flow to get views and like and subs and retweets or whatever. Personally, I played throughout the entire beta for PC and PlayStation, and I enjoyed it a lot. But I'm not afraid to say that there are some things that could have been done better. Like the enemy spawns, for instance. It's something that I really don't like. You fight robots in this game, essentially, for the most part. And they get teleported sometimes at your exact location, like they spawn right in front of you. I don't like that. Boss battles. I think they need to invest in boss battles at least a bit more, because I wasn't super impressed by the one with the abomination against the Hulk. But it was still okay. It wasn't a Dark Souls boss, but it was okay. I've read people saying that it was totally trash and atrocious. That's... no. And yes, frame rate drops were a big issue during the beta and everybody complained about that, but that will be solved. I mean, they have to, come on. Yes, the game has a simple level design and at first the controls are kinda clunky, but once you get the grip of it, it works out. You just need to adapt to the control scheme. It's something that we do in every video game. A big complaint is that playing different heroes gives you the same feeling and it becomes very quickly repetitive. Personally, I didn't have that feeling. Black Widow was very different from, let's say, Iron Man. The only one I really disliked was the Hulk, but probably because I don't like him as a hero in general. And I'm not even going to say that, oh, it was a beta, everything is gonna be fixed at launch, because it won't. No. It's not gonna happen. The beta was for them to test the server stabilities, not for them to fix the game. This is what we're going to get at the beginning. But if that means that they can keep working on the game as they've promised and make it better, then I'm okay with it. Taking again Red Dead Online as an example, it was literally atrocious to play at the beginning, with the constant disconnections. But a year and a half down the line, it's actually very good. And now the question, should we wait a year and a half for this game to be good? I don't know, the beta was pretty good to me, I liked it. Sure, there are issues, but again, patches exist for a reason. Now, do I think the game is still worth the price? Well, that is arguable. Like, I would say some of that depends a lot from your personal preferences. Like, many people dislike it and many people like it, but it's up to you, really. Some people like to spend 300 or 400 euros on a pair of shoes. I would never do that. We buy what we think it's worth our money. So don't let anybody influence your final decision on this game. Sure, look around, listen what people have to say on it. If you couldn't try the beta, I encourage you to go and check gameplay videos, possibly without commentaries, of actual people playing the beta. And if you're still unsure, just wait. Don't pre-order, don't buy it at launch. Wait for reviews, wait for gameplay, decide for yourself. Don't follow people who say not to buy it just because they wanted to go with the flow. And with that, I rest my case. I'm totally open to discussion, by the way, if you want to leave me a comment down below, and I will try my best to reply. For what I've seen so far, I am sold on the game, and I can't wait to play it. I want to thank again SuperRebel for inspiring me with this video, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Ocan's out.